Hello, Aku here again. Welcome to episode 53 in my Ultimate Feed the Beast Let's Play. I'm still at the wrong door. I'm just starting a little bit of the episode now because I've just come on and loads of these trees have mutated. So I'm just going to quickly grab a load of these and hopefully get the next tier of mutation going, which, if we look at our little board thing here, should be walnut and silver lime to make, or walnut and silver lime or cherry to make chestnuts. Excellent. So there's another walnut. There's two of them. So I'm going to have to graft quite a lot of these, I think, to get the walnuts, because they don't seem to drop that often. So I'm going through all these cherries here. They're also dropping cherries as well, which is nice. Not sure what cherries do yet, I have to have a look. These are all mutated as well. You see that green one there's not. So these are all mutated in this silver lime. I should get, I've got two now. I'm going to have to sort my inventory out a little bit though. Should maybe have a chest out here. Excellent. Okay. Apple oak. This is going to be a mess, isn't it? Right. Let's get rid of some of these. I should just use this chest really. Let's start using this chest to chuck these in. They're pures down there, so that's good to know. I can bang all these up here for now, and I'll check these off camera. Probably keep the pure ones. And possibly start looking at the different stats we've got. That's common walnut, okay. Let's see if these are pure as well. They're all pure, excellent. Are they all the same? Not the same, they're not stacking anyway. But there's four, that's good, so there's one tree's worth. Ideally we want a bit more, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these trees down like I did last time, using my awesome axe as a stream. It's probably, as you can see, it's the only manual weapon I've got on my the only manual tool I've got on my bar still, because I love it so much, the way it works. Really nice bit of kit. And I'm going to keep grafting these until we've got all these gone, and then I'll be back and we'll see what we've got. Okay, I'm back and we've got rid of all the saplings, and I'll show you in the chest what we've got in a minute. Because I'm an idiot, I destroyed my graft debby by grafting too much at once. I made another one. Luckily I had a repair one book down in the chest as well, but now I've got no spare repair books, so I'm going to have to start one of the mob spawners again. Oh, got caught in my door there. Right, so I've got all these. Oh, that was from them, which was very nice. So what I'm going to do now is, I've got 4 saplings here. That 2 and 2, yeah, they're stacked now for some reason. Okay, are they all the same then? They are all the same. Cool. I've got 8 saplings. That's enough for 2 walnut trees. So what I'm going to do first is, I think this should work. So all you need is 4 saplings, and I'm going to get some bone meal out of here. And I apologise again for the lag. I really can't work out what's caused it. It must be my machine setup here, because it's when I come across near all this ME network that's doing it. Oh, just reminds me, I saw the recycler on there. I said I had 6 Ignis extruders feeding my Metafab. 6 wasn't quite keeping up, so I had to turn a 7th one on. So now, I believe this one's turned off still. Yeah, that one's turned off. But these are the 7 Ignis extruders, all on. No, they're not showing it on, but they're all available for the recycler to use. So I need 7 Ignis extruders. Will run one 10 times overclocked recycler. Probably don't need 10 times overclocking, to be honest, but it is. And that will keep a matter fabricator with 8192 EU a tick going into it, completely fed all the time. So that's good to know. I think it's good to know. Nice little compact setup. You don't have to have barrels of scrap everywhere. You don't have to use different kinds of materials like ender pearls, or you can just do it nice and easy using scrap. Right, so in theory, if I grow this guy, now depends. You've got to find the right sapling to use your bone meal on. And as far as I understand it, I think it's always a northwest one, so I should have actually tried that one first. So at that time, that was definitely a northwest one. I think I've read that before, it's a northwest one. So now, if I use a grafter on these, this is a pure walnut tree, so these should all be walnut saplings. So let's have a look what we're getting here. Excellent, yeah, so they're all walnut saplings. So as soon as you've got 4 walnuts, what's the word? As soon as you've got 4 walnut saplings, enough to make 1 walnut tree, you can just get as many saplings as you need to make as many trees as you need, which is pretty nice. So there's my silver lime, my pure silver lime. There's my pure walnut. So even this could start mutating. I've got plenty of walnut saplings there. So I'm going to do the same as I've done before. I've got 16. They're not going to fit in here as well as I did before, so I'm just going to use 2 walnut trees. I'm going to get some silver lime saplings. So these are all pure silver limes. So I'm going to use 3 silver limes. They're the same, no. And 2 walnuts for my next tier of breeding, so we can see how many seeds a chestnut tree will produce. So it's actually, once you get into this, it's actually really straightforward. Come on, get it away. So let's see if this theory is correct about the northwest being the one. There we go, so that was northwest, that worked. Let's get another one over here. Oh, bloody power tool. Damn you, power tool. I don't care if they line up, don't matter. Don't matter if they don't line up. Let's get another one here then. And bone meal in the northwest. So yeah, that definitely seems to be correct, doesn't it? And now let's stick some silver limes around that so we can, let's just double check that's correct. So, silver lime or cherry in it. Walnut plus silver lime or cherry equals chestnut. Well, I think I'll use some cherries just because they look pretty. Oh, frame rate's dipping, deeply dipping. These are pure cherries. Let's use 3 of them. Quite a lot of cherries out of that as well. I'll see what they go into it in a second once I've got these guys planted. So cherry trees, we can have 1, 2, and then 1 over here. Is there good? It's a bit close, but I suppose that'll be fine. 1, where'd they gone? 2, 3. So I'm going to go do my beginner's guide episode now, and when we come back we should have some mutated leaves between them guys that should give us some chestnut trees. Excellent. Before we go, let's just have a quick look at what cherry can be used for. So I'm just going to mouse over that and press U, see if it goes into anything. Can we squeeze into mulch? And it looks like that's it at the minute. And I presume they can be eaten. Can I nom some cherries? Well, my health bar's full, so I can't tell, fortunately. But there we go. So I'll see you in a bit, and we'll get some chestnuts on the go. Hello, I'm back, and we've got some saplings mutating. And so I have a quick look at one of them. I've just looked on the forums at some other stuff, and I've seen that the only way you can actually, I think, get walnuts and chestnuts is by using a forestry tree farm. And unfortunately, I don't want to use a forestry tree farm. I like him, saying he's done a very nice job, but they're reliant on appetite. And in all the time this server's been running, I have got a grand total of 155 appetite. So I do not want to be tied down to having to specifically quarry an area or farm an area just to get appetite. So I can't see me using these trees, even though it's been valuable, I think, learning how to actually get the saplings, and I can make myself some nice looking trees. I may make some ebony trees with the ebony wood, looks pretty cool. I might make some mahogany doors. I don't know. I've not got no. What's it? Chestnuts I'm looking for, isn't it? Not got no chestnuts yet from them few that I've hit with a grafter. I can't see. It's too dark. Light the place up. I can't see. Oh well, so it looks like I'm sticking for now at least with my little seed farm over here. Now I was thinking about that and I looked in my chest down there and I've got miles too many seeds and I can easily turn that off. So I am going to look in a second and show you how to turn that off. And I'm going to use wireless redstone to do it. And I've got a level emitter, so it's pretty straightforward what I'm going to do straight away I think. What I'm going to do though is, I was going to make this thing quite useful, and if you've never seen it before, it's well worth making, especially if you're on a server. What we need is blaze transceivers, so we need some ether pelts. So let's get 3 of them made. Now I think I've got the designs in here for all these because I can make the wireless redstone things that take them. So there they are. Ether pelts. I don't know if it's pronounced ether, but that's close enough for me. I need some blaze rods. 3 of them. Oops, I should have took the ether pelts before I actually. 3 of them, and then dish. I need 3 dishes. There's a dish in there. Alright, it's just crafted to receive a dish. Okay, so I ain't got that in there. So I need 2 dishes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need 10 smooth stone. Cobblestone, smooth stone. 10 of them. Oops. What am I doing there? I didn't press shift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's quickly throw this together. This is a really nice, useful bit of kit, this thing. So they want to all be connected to them to get us blaze transceivers. 2 want to be connected to dishes, like so. I'll put them there. 3 stone at the bottom. What was done wrong? Missed the redstone off. A couple of bits of redstone. What that gets us is a thing called a private sniffer. And the private sniffer, you can quickly see which frequencies are in use. So it says public. So these here, 1 to 1000, these are the frequencies I've got in use. And I can tell you what these are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 are for them 6. Because these all use a wireless, as I showed before, pointless wireless because it's only 2 blocks away from the actual thing it's powering. But that's what they're using, those 6. And the other one we're using, which has just disappeared off there, is round here. I'm pretty sure is this thing. 1001. Okay, no, it isn't that thing at all. I did see a frequency being used up there, but that was maybe a error. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did see one up there when I first. I have to check the video. I'm sure I saw one up there. And 1001, that should be shown as well. So what we've got here. Let's place a fresh transmitter down. Let's have a look. Yeah, go across to the less laggy side of the base, you idiot. So let's jump over here. Let's have a look what frequencies we've got. So 995, 998. Boiler control is 100. Okay, that must be 100 that I saw up here then. So that one there apparently in use. Does that just mean they're turned on then? That possibly means they're turned on. Ah, yeah. Okay, that'll be why. My boilers must have kicked in. Yeah. So if this is not in use, it's not showing. That makes sense. Of course. So just for a test, let's cut the power to the quarry by doing that. And now looking in our wireless sniffer, there we go. So you can see what frequencies are turned on. So actually you can't just see them, you have to see which are turned on, which is quite cool. And then so they're public channels, and then private channels. What we can do, I believe, yeah, we can't make these ones private because there you go, the boiler controls just kicked in again. So that's where that's showing. So now if we look downstairs, we can see the boiler, this engine should be turned off because that's kicked in. Very useful. And this is more useful for a server because let's just turn that back to its usual state, and now you see that's gone right. 1 to 1000 is public, but over 1000, you see these, these are all shared. What you can do though is, if you click on this, so say if I wanted 3000 to be private, now I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there, and because I've clicked on them, they're now private frequencies for me. So other people cannot use them frequencies, I believe. I hope I'm not selling you misinformation. That's why I understand it. So using a private sniffer, you can make yourself private frequencies, so that then when someone looks, if you've got a private frequency set, and if that person's not on op, I think ops can see everything anyway. But if I've got a private frequency set, so I had 3000 there, didn't I? So let's minus 100, where are you? Minus 100. 3000. And we'll call that seeds, because might as well, because that's what I'm going to do in a second. So seeds now. So if someone else was looking at their sniffer, or someone else was looking in, if someone else was looking in this, they won't be able to see the seeds one because it's private. If I set the name to seeds, of course. I can see it because it's mine. So if I switch this to something else, I can still see seeds there. But someone else, unless they're an op, they shouldn't be able to see seeds. That's as far as I understand it anyway. Right, anyway, so that's a bit of a sidetrack with that. But yeah, if you play on a server, the private sniffer is pretty useful if you want to keep your frequencies private. Excellent. So what I'm going to do down here, this should work pretty simple. I'm not going to keep that as seeds because I don't need a private net thing for that. I'm just going to put it with the rest of my things. So I'm going to probably put it up to 101. What I'll do is I'm going to attach a level emitter to this thing. Use my wrench to make it face upwards, pardon me. Put a wireless transmitter there. Oops. Like so. And I'll call this seeds, but I'm going to change the frequency to 101. I'll change that to seeds. Okay, that's how I do that. No, I can't do that. I have to get rid of seeds first, idiot. So let's get seeds. Let's remove seeds. Now let's go 101. Let's call that seeds. Right. You'll do for me. So now this seeds frequency is on because nothing's set in here. We'll put a melon seed in there. It's still on. I'll change this to 1024. And if you see that, if I turn that off, then that's off because we've got more than 1024 in there. So I've got more than that in there. So emit when levels are below limit. Right, emit when levels are above limit is that's the one we're after anyway. So whenever, okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. So that'd only turn the power on if I took all these out. I've obviously got no room to take 22,000 of them out when it's in that state. That'd only emit if I had 1023 or less in there, which ain't going to happen for a while. So we want it set on that. Emit when levels are above level, so that's turned that on. And then at the other end here, go on. Where have I gone? Where have I gone? Let's just go up the escalator there. Whee! Nice and steady. And then if we go out here, get caught on the bloody spike thing. I think I'm going to take them down again. They do keep spiders off the roof, but I don't particularly like the look of them, to be honest. Sorry, Soren. And I just need to turn that round, so I need to get my screwdriver in it. That won't turn it round, will it? No. Need my red power 2 screwdriver, I believe, for that. Even though it's made by chicken bones and not by other arm. It ties in with that thing. Okay. And now if we set that to seeds. There we go. So that's going to stop this timer working. Unless we've got less than 1024 seeds in there. So just put some control onto the seed thing. So we don't need 24,000 seeds at all. We just need enough to make sure that we've got enough seeds in the squeezer. So this will stay full, and we'll have a spare 1024 seeds in here, and then all the rest will drain out. So we should do something similar for the wood really as well. Well, that's a little bit of extra control. I'm starting to like to run things, after setting this up the way I have, I'm starting to like to run things just in time rather than have loads of stock, because that's the way the real world works. You don't have, if you was using seed, you wouldn't have 22,000 seed stocks. You'd have as many as you needed to make sure you'd have as many as you need to make sure you've got enough to satisfy your production. So I'm starting to do that in the game. Anyway, so since it's daytime, let's just grab a few more of these, see if we can get a chestnut sapling before we stop it messing around with these trees. I'm going to do a bit more research on that, but as far as I understand it, the only way I can get these chestnuts or walnuts is from using the forestry tree farm. You see on my other server, I did use a forestry tree farm, but oh, there we go, sweet chestnut sapling, excellent. So we've got a sapling there, so that's a cherry one again, yeah. So let's have a look in the tree ladder, our chestnut here. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 2x2, like the walnut, but I don't know yet. Yeah, 2x2, so I need at least 4 of them guys. So let's just cut the camera. Well, I cut a few more of these. I'm going to get at least one chestnut tree just to see what they look like. And I wonder if that's, I'm hoping this side is far enough away from the bees so that it won't start mutating. Right, back in a sec. Back again. I was just clearing this place up and I thought I'd cut the trees down, and look at this, it's raining walnuts. Raining walnuts. I've got the 4 sweet chestnut saplings I was after, so I decided just to chop this down. Look at all these. When you chop a walnut tree down, you get loads of walnuts. I'll come back and grab these in a sec. So I'm done with the trees for now. As I say, I don't want to have to rely on appetite, so I won't be actually making a tree farm. I just kind of wanted to see what it was about, and I believe I've learnt enough to actually have a bit of a grasp on how you grow trees. So I'm going to place these 4 chestnut saplings over here, and I've left my bone meal in the factory. Let's go grab that. I'm still going to chuck everything else away for now. I can always make more. You get a hell of a lot of walnuts, so we're going to look in a second actually how much produce, how much seed oil you get from a walnut, and after that hopefully a chestnut as well, just to see in comparison to the melon seeds that I am using. Look at all these. Certainly drop a lot of walnuts. I wonder if see, both the Steve's Carts farm and the MFR farm cut the leaves down first, so I'm not sure if cutting the leaves would get you all these. Would all these just fall on the floor if you cut the leaves down? I suppose I'm going to have to try. I've been looking at a couple of videos of frame motors, and I'm going to start putting a frame motor thing together to bring that node across. Not sure yet how I'm going to do it, but I do want to do it just in case. Say there is gossip and rumours around that Red Power 2 hasn't been updated and some modders have been asked to try and produce some of the functionality of Red Power 2 to try and keep it in the game if it doesn't get replaced, that kind of thing. So Red Power 2 may not be with us for a while. I'm sure it'll, if it's not with us for a while, I'm sure it'll come back eventually. I'm sure Ella just got rid of it completely. But who knows, she may be busy. She may have other things on her plate. She may have fallen in love and run away to Paris. Who knows? Certainly not I. So, that very nice man, I do actually want to make something with a frame just in case they're not in the next version. So, yeah, I've started having a little look. So basically the first thing I need, I don't know what I'm messing about with here. The first thing I need is a load of frame motors, which I'm going to make off camera. Look at them all. And then after that, we need to start building frames, putting the frame motors on them, and then finding some way of doing a control. And I was looking at one that was using bundled cable, which was quite cool. And he had it wired up to a red power 2 computer. I'm thinking of trying to wire it up to pressure plate so you can actually stand. You stand in which direction you want to go. So that says to me that one walnut gets you a fifth of a bucket of seed oil, whereas if you've got one melon seed, you go through here. Melon seed should be somewhere. 75 pages, son of a melon. Melon seeds. Oops. So we'll say a melon seed creates 0.02. So yeah, so it's like what's that? 10 melon seeds. So one walnut is like 10 melon seeds. That was 0.2, wasn't it? 0.2? Was your 0.2? Yeah. Okay, so each seed is 10 times as much. So it's alright, I guess. And let's take our bone meal over there. And we'll have a check of a chestnut, see if the chestnut's the same. I'll see if that puts more out. So again, northwest corner one, plop. There's a good looking chestnut tree. Excellent. Right, I'll tie the rest of this up. And I think, so before I start on the frame power, on the frame fit, oh, I'm going to go on a total tangent here. I had a look at a video earlier of the new GregTech fusion reactor. I was changed it all, and it's very interesting. It's a massive, it's done a load of different stuff compared to the current version. So I was thinking of having a play with one, but to do that I'd have to update GregTech on the Let's Play to a newer version. I think there's a newer version available. So what do you reckon? Should I update GregTech and start making the new Star Fusion Reactor? I certainly think I've got the resources for it. Now look at that, I'm up to 2,000 iridium nuggets there. 1,000 UU matter. So my resources are definitely able to handle it, I think. So let me know what you think. If I get maybe 3 or 4 people at least think it's a good idea, I'll update my version of GregTech. Which will probably mean the world downloads after this. You'd probably need to update your version of GregTech as well if you want to get the world download of it. But I'll start building one of the new style fusion reactors over here. Yeah, what do you reckon? Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. So, for the rest of this episode, I think I'm going to stop messing around out here, collecting all this junk. And I was going to start, what should I start doing? Should I start making red power 2 frames, or should I start going something from each mod? Let's have a look down the list of mods. Let's see what we ain't got. First of all, let me get stuck on my elevator. I'm just going to dump all these saplings into there. I'll keep that chestnut one because I ain't got many of them. Oops. And dump everything else into this chest. Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. Knock my shears off the wall. Back on there she is. And dump all these cherries and chestnuts, walnuts and shit in here. Them flowers can go in there for now. I'll sort them out into dyes later. You get a hell of a lot of dyes when you're playing with bees as well. Walnut wood looks quite nice. Does that turn into walnut planks? Let's have a look at some of them. A nice dark wood. Yeah, it's tidy. I'll have a play with them off camera and see what's what. I might make the real dark wood. I think it's ebony. Use it. I don't really use wood because it sets fire, and I've burnt down too many buildings to tolerate using it anymore. Which I'm sure happened in real life in the past as well. Right, that seems to be everything from out here. Let's look down our mod list. I'll pick something from a mod that I've not made anything of, and see if we can make it before this episode gets too long. I'm not sure how long the episode is. I think it's well over 25 minutes. Well, let's have a look. So, clear that out. I'm going to go into the mod list there. So advanced solar panels we've obviously done because we've got ultimate hybrids. Applied energistics we've done. BC builders, we've got a filler So we've used a filler of that. The rest of the stuff I think's been disabled because it didn't work properly. I tried it once or twice in the past, I could never get it to work even when it was meant to work. But yeah, we use a filler, we carry that around with us, we use that a lot, so that's good. Fullcraft energy. I'll use fuel to power the MJ SAD for the factory. That's good. PC factory, quarry, we use that to get our resources, so we use that. PC silicon is the laser assembly table and stuff. So we use that, plenty of that, because we use loads of these golden chipsets. PC transport, we use that. We use diamond pipes and emerald pipes and stuff. Bibliocraft you've seen, I've used the bookcases, armor stand, we use that. Binny core, I think that's just... okay. Mutator blocks, we use them on our alvearies. Frame housings, we use them on our... in fact, we've got all 4 of them on our alvearies. We've got them 3 on our breeding alveary, and them on our breeding alveary and our production alvearies. And our breeding alveary still, if I've remembered, on top of a tree out there where there's a Thermcraft node. So I'll have to bring that back at some point. Now I'll just sleep and we'll check through, see if we can find anything. Buildcraft, obviously we use loads of buildcraft stuff. God damn it, I wish this could behave itself a bit. So there'll be a lot of stuff in buildcraft. Charge pads we haven't made. So, god damn it, thing. Stop doing that, will you? I'm trying to look at what's there and it's not letting me, it's going off. So buildcraft we made diamond pipe. Charge pads we've not made anything out of. Charge pads are, you can stand next to, you have them wired up, you can stand next to your machine, it'll charge your equipment. We don't really need it because, for one, my equipment pretty much keeps itself charged, as you can see it's full. And 2, we've got our automatic heat charging system. So we don't really need to make charge pads, but I will have a look at it. I need a mod that lets me look at the mods a bit easier. I'm not going to look at that right now though, because that is something we really don't need, unfortunately. Chicken chunks, we'll use the chunk loaders. There's a spot loader, that just loads one chunk, that's quite useful as well to know about, but we've got a few chunk loaders knocking about. Computer craft, I've done a little bit with in the past, but I'm not really good with it. I was going to do a touchscreen thing, but it seems like work to me rather than fun writing code. It's probably why I failed as a coder. I don't get much fun out of coding, unfortunately. But, I suppose we could do the... I could learn, if I get time, to make the red power frame thing controlled via a touchscreen computer, possibly. That sounds like a lot of hard work. Turtles, we used melee turtle at the start of the season to before we could make the golems to get XP for us from the with the skeletons in the XP farm there. That's really the only turtle I've used. Very good things, turtles. I think they're really awesome. I just never really got into them because of the lower thing, that the computer craft coding language that I've never really got into. Ender storage, very nice. Ender chests and ender pouch we use a lot of. Ender tanks I've stayed away from on purpose because I was going to save them until next series. I think they came in when the Ultimate Pack came in, but I didn't know about them for the first couple of weeks of doing this series, so I didn't bother with them for the rest of it. Since we've got Tesseracts and stuff, but I'm going to try them out at some point. Energy, well, we use that's their thermal expansion energy. We use redstone energy cells quite a bit. I don't use a steam engine or a magmatic, but in my next season or in my beginner's guide, I'm going to use a magmatic in the lab, in the nether, for the lava pump. I've used that before, but it used to overheat a lot. I think they've changed it a bit since. Covenant exchange free. Most of this stuff you can't make yet, but it's in NEI. I'm pretty sure you can't make any of this. Or the Philosopher's Stone, I think that's a cheating only. But we made the Minium Stone, and that's the only thing we really need. That's live from that, I think. I think it's still like a beta, the Covenant exchange. Extra biomes. Oh, right, okay. So these flowers are from extra biomes, didn't know that. Red cobblestone, well, red rock's pretty cool. It gets you can use it to get clay, which you can use to make lithium for fusion reactors and stuff. Some cool stuff in there. Scarecrows are pretty cool. They turn around and look at you. Should we make a scarecrow? Let's make a scarecrow. So we've made something a little bit different. a melon, a pumpkin, and 3 sticks. Have we got that? Can we make that? We got a melon. We got some more pumpkin. You're a cactus. I bet all my melon is... Oh, actually, my thing's turned off in it, so I bet all my melon's in seed form, but if we brick that, do we need 8 to make a melon again? Or is it 9? Brick a couple of them. 14's definitely enough. There we go. There's a melon. And some sticks. Let's go back in the house. So I didn't know these blue and orange plants was from extra biomes. I thought there was just part of the bee breeding. I thought it was part of extra bees. Oh, stick. You get a bit better at using the search rather than looking through stuff. It makes a lot more sense to actually just look, use the search. You get stuff a lot quicker. So there we go. We've made something. We made a scarecrow. Yay! Let's put him out here amongst all these crops. There we go. Hello, scarecrow. He has a turn around and has a look at stuff. Awesome. Looks cool, that. I like it. Right, let's carry on. So where was we up to? Extra biomes? Yeah, extra biomes, okay. Factorization, well, I'm a big fan of the routers, if you've seen, and the first thing that I make that never leaves my inventory is my pocket crafting table. RAF lamps are also really cool using the RAF igniter, even though they may be causing me some FPS issues, but who knows. Factory, that's your thermal expansion again. I think we've got most of them bits of kit. I've never really used the sawmill that a lot of people use. It gets you more planks from your logs than just normally making them. I think it gets you like sawdust as well that you can make into possibly charcoal or something. Maybe I should have a look at that. I might have a look at that on the beginner series. I think I've used most everything else. I've never seen a need for ice in any of my current builds. I used to use it on nuclear reactors before they changed. Yeah, okay. Forestry. Well, we've been playing with the trees today, so we've done some of that. So up to now, charging pads is the only one that we haven't actually used any of. Food stuff, have a look in there. Well, food stuff is basic enough, isn't it? There's loads of food, yeah, we've used all that. Am I looking in the right thing here? No, I was in the wrong tab. Okay, let's keep going. Gravity gun, I've not made. I possibly should make. Gravity gun and supercharged gravity gun. Gravitation suite. We had the advanced jetpack, and I've made gravity chests in the previous servers. But to be honest, the modular power suit's really strong. So the effort it takes to make that, I'd probably just go for a power suit unless things change dramatically. Gravity gun, we'll have to make a gravity gun. Grid tech, well, we made plenty of grid tech stuff. We've got a matter fabricator and all the stuff like that. Advanced machines, we use them. Rotary macerator, singularity compressor, centrifuge extractor. Oh, well, plenty of that. Imobis core, not really used. Liquid duplicator, disposer, not made any of them. Black hole chest, I think's cheating on the item for creative. And buffer, I should have a look at some of that stuff. Incinerator, I think there's playing stuff like a lava block does. I think there's Imobis covers and other stuff that I've not seen that are not in the version yet, or I don't know if they're coming or not. So, gravity gun, Imobis, and charge pads up to now. Industrial craft. What's this stuff? We'll use rubber. So all the different little bits out of industrial craft by the look of it. We'll use a lot of that stuff. I played with the crops once. It's a lot of hard work for what you get out of it. I had a little farm up on the top of a mountain. Okay, all the grid tech cells and stuff are in IT2 tab as well. Iron chest. We upgrade all our chests so we've got more space. There's a new one there, obsidian chest. That's explosion proof, I think. I think you should make an obsidian crystal chest as well. So I think you upgrade the obsidian chest from the diamond. You should be able to upgrade the crystal chest to a crystal obsidian, I think, as well. Let's keep going. Power suits, same one, I'm wearing one. That's vanilla stuff, we use some of that. MFR, we'll sit next to an MFR farm, we use some of that. Miss Peripherals I've not used a lot of, that's an extension to the computer craft stuff. The Turtles, made by a guy called Richard G, I believe. There's loads of really advanced stuff in there, but I think you need a good base. Right, engineer's backpack, cool. I think you need a good base for using Turtles and computer craft to even start looking at Miss Peripheral stuff. So I've not used any of that. Force field system I've used. The door behind me attests to that. Mistcraft we used, you've seen me make ages and stuff. Nether ores, I don't really mind many of them, but nether ores are pretty cool. You get more resource from a nether diamond than you would from a overworld diamond. Nuclear control we use a bit, we've got the energy sensors, them guys. Making into an array, that guy. And the text thing with the to-do list is from that. Obsidian pressure plates don't really use. They're pressure plates that mobs don't activate, so you can have them on your doors. I think they should have, what you should have done to make them really nice is they should have been able to make them invisible as well. Then you could have had invisible pressure plates on your doors, which I think looks a bit nice, because you don't always want obsidian, or I don't always want obsidian outside my buildings. This is getting a bit babbly, isn't it? I might as well carry on going to the end though, as soon as we're nearly there. Omni tools, well I use my Omni wrench. It's again with the pocket crafting table, it's one of my favourite things that never leaves my inventory. And of course there's the lexicon there that we used to change ingots into the same type, but you can't automate that. I don't know if you ever will be able to. I think I read mention that you might be able to one day. Petroleum generator, don't know what that is. Don't know what that mod goes that with or anything. Damn it. Portal gun we use. Power converters we've used early in the season but we're not using now. Then we've got all these red power stuff. I've used pretty much every type of red power you've got. I love red power logic. Really like the logic gates and stuff. And welds are weld gen stuff I think. Yeah, machine, we've used plenty of them. We've used all that stuff. Railcraft, we've got some railcraft tanks downstairs. And they'll be in there, there they are, there's the stuff for the tanks. That, if you're making small tanks, they're actually more efficient than the Zycraft tanks. There's a point where Zycraft ones get bigger, and I guess Steve's Cart uses basic railcraft. No, it's vanilla track, isn't it, that Steve's Cart uses. Soul shards, well we've got a big pile of TF5 soul shards downstairs. Steve's Cart tree farm. That can do miles more stuff than what I'm using it for though. There's all kind of functionality from Steve's Carts that I've never used. Damcraft we're pretty advanced in. Truffle meat treat I've never made. You make that with nuggets that you get from the infernal furnace. Damn it bees, we've got all the ones we need out of that. We've got the Stark and the Aura bee, the Pure and the Node. Secret rooms you saw me use on the thing out in the desert where the XP grinder is, to get in and out of that. Twilight Forest we've been to, not been to as much as I'd like to be honest. I'd like an uncrafting table if nothing else. Might have to go and see how good my suit is clearing out one of the large hills. Yeah, might have to go at that pretty soon. Thermal expansion, use a lot of. All the machines are up in different parts of this list though. So we've already seen all the thermal expansion machines further up. And then transport, what we got. See, that's part of thermal expansion yet, so it's on tab. That's the tesseracts that we've got all over the place. Oops, it's wrong. What am I doing? Press the wrong thing. We're nearly there. I'll let you go in a sec. Chicken bones, well I was playing with that in this episode, the sniffer. Core, that's all the bits that you use to make the sniffer and stuff. Red power is a wireless transmit and receiver that we've used a lot of. Wireless jammer I've never had to use. Xenos reliquary, holy hand grenade, yesterday's episode. And the Wraith node that I use. Lily pad of fertility, I've made one of them just to see what it was like. I've not actually placed it anywhere. And then Zycraft stuff, Zycraft welds, Zycraft blocks, fabricator, stuff like that. So out of all the mods, there's only a couple that we haven't really used. So the next episode, I'll probably make some from them. I'm guessing this one's running pretty long now. So you made me babble about nothing for about 10 minutes. I hope it wasn't too boring. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. Cheers. Bye. Oh, back again. Let me know what you think about the Greg Tech, if I should update it so we can do a new style fusion reactor. Okay, cheers. Bye.